Welcome to this explainer from Vital Elixir. If you've ever felt a pang of guilt staring at your step counter at the end of the day, well, today we're taking that exhausting daily chore and turning it into an empowering, life-changing ritual. Let's get right into it. Picture this. It's 9 p.m. A member of our community, let's call her Sarah, she's 64 and she's winding down after a really long day. She glances down at her wrist. Her fitness tracker reads 5,300 steps. Instantly, she gets that heavy wave of guilt. You know the feeling, right? Like you've somehow failed. Like you just haven't done enough today to protect your health, your mobility, or your independence as you get older. I hear about this struggle all the time from viewers just like you. But what if I told you that feeling of failure is based on a complete myth? So here's the contrast. On one side, we have a marketing gimmick. You've been told your whole life, walk 10,000 steps a day. But here's the crazy, liberating truth. That number, it was never based on a single shred of actual scientific evidence. It was literally invented by a Japanese company selling pedometers back in the 1960s. They just needed a catchy number, and well, 10,000 sounded pretty impressive. On the other side, though, we have the real science, a landmark 2021 study published in JAMA Internal Medicine, and it completely changes the game for those of us over 45. The actual science-backed number is 7,000. Researchers tracked over 16,000 older women, and they found that the mortality benefits of walking actually kick in at just 4,400 steps, and the absolute longevity sweet spot, it leveled off right around 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day. Going beyond that didn't show any significant additional mortality benefit. For Sarah, learning this was the exact turning point she needed to finally let that guilt go. 7,000 steps is manageable, it's an achievable target, so let's look at how this totally doable number may help transform your body.
We like to call this the heart shield. As we age, keeping our cardiovascular system healthy is just absolutely paramount for staying active and independent. When you engage in purposeful walking, it may help make your heart more efficient. It actually supports its ability to pump more blood with a lot less effort. A massive analysis of over 50,000 walkers found that regular, brisk walking was associated with a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 35%. And this lines up perfectly with the American Heart Association. They recommend 150 minutes of moderate intensity walking a week. Break that down, and it's just 21 minutes a day. Not a marathon, folks, just 21 minutes of purposeful movement to help build that shield.
But the journey doesn't stop at your chest. It travels right up to your brain. Let's talk about BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This is a protein that is released by your muscles when you walk. If you're at all worried about staying mentally sharp and protecting your memory as you age, and honestly, this was a huge concern for Sarah, this protein is your new best friend. Walking actively supports a stronger, more resilient brain because it's linked to increased volume in the hippocampus, and that's the memory and learning center of your brain. Harvard researchers literally call BDNF miracle grow for your brain. It's such a great way to picture it. This powerful protein helps stimulate the growth of new neurons and synapses. There was this one incredible study that found older adults who walked regularly for a year actually showed the potential to help reverse 1 to 2 years of age-related brain shrinkage. No way, right? It's not just about managing decline. It is about actively taking steps to help fertilize your mind and keep your cognition clear, sharp, and focused. Beyond the brain, there's this really fascinating mechanism happening in our muscles. We call it the blood sugar vacuum. As we cross into our 50s and 60s, our cells naturally become a little bit more insulin resistant. But here's the cool part. When you walk, your leg muscles contract and they can pull glucose directly out of your bloodstream to use for energy. And they do this without even needing insulin. It's like your legs act as a literal vacuum cleaner for blood sugar. It is a metabolic game changer that may help you maintain steady energy all day long and keep that awful mid-afternoon crash completely at bay. And beyond the physical stuff, there is a profound emotional transformation that Sarah experienced firsthand. We call it the mood reset. Navigating midlife stress, hormonal shifts, or just the mental load of caring for your family, it can be really overwhelming. But walking for just 15 minutes a day may help lower the risk of major depression by 26%. It acts like natural therapy. It triggers the release of feel-good chemicals like endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine right in your brain. It's a daily reset button for your nervous system, bringing a sense of calm and control right back into your day. Okay, so we know the why. We know 7,000 steps is the sweet spot, and we know the incredible potential benefits for our hearts, brains, and mood. Now let's shift over to the how. We're going to look at 4 simple, science-backed ways to walk better. The brisk pace trick, the post-meal sugar walk, the nature multiplier, and the social walk connection. Let's break these down right now so you can start using them today. First up is the brisk pace trick. You see, not all steps are created equal, and pace really does matter. A brisk pace basically means you can hold a conversation, but you couldn't sing a song. But here's the secret. You don't have to maintain that speed the whole time. Try this super easy interval pattern. Just walk at your normal, comfortable pace for 3 minutes, then speed up to that brisk pace for exactly 1 minute. Then just repeat that pattern. This is a very safe, simple way to help boost cardiovascular fitness and burn energy without overwhelming your joints. Next is my absolute favorite, and honestly the one that changed Sarah's evenings completely, the post-meal sugar walk. Remember that blood sugar vacuum we talked about just a minute ago? Well, this is exactly how you turn it on. Instead of collapsing on the couch right after dinner, which is usually our biggest meal, take a gentle, leisurely stroll for just 10 to 15 minutes. If you do this during that critical 60 to 90 minute window after eating, this simple habit effectively helps blunt the natural blood sugar spike. You'll feel steady and energized instead of sluggish. And you don't even need to break a sweat, just gentle movement to let your muscles do the work. It's also not just how you walk, but where you walk that makes a difference. We call this the nature multiplier. Walking in green spaces like a local park, a nature trail, or even just a quiet tree-lined neighborhood has been shown to help decrease activity in the prefrontal cortex. That's the specific area of your brain associated with worry, rumination, and negative self-talk. Taking your steps outdoors in nature for even a short time literally helps quiet an anxious brain. It is ecotherapy at its absolute finest. And our fourth technique is the social walk. Look, loneliness is a silent epidemic, especially as we get older, and it takes a very real toll on our physical health. But there is tremendous power in combining movement with human connection. A weekly walk with a friend, your spouse, or maybe a local walking group combines all the physical benefits we've talked about with vital emotional support. For Sarah, inviting a neighbor on her evening walks turned a solitary chore into a really joyful routine. Plus, for sure, you're much more likely to stick to a routine when it's tied to a meaningful conversation and a social commitment. Now, before we wrap up, I want to share a quick but very important reminder. This explainer is strictly for educational purposes. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting a new exercise routine, especially if you take medications, have chronic cardiovascular conditions, or any mobility limitations. And please, always listen to your body. If you experience chest pain, severe shortness of breath, dizziness, or joint pain while walking, stop immediately and check with your doctor. Your safety and well-being always come first, and we just want to empower you with information you can use responsibly. So that brings us to our final big question for today. Will you try a 10-minute walk after dinner tonight? I want you to completely forget the 10,000 step myth. Just like Sarah, you are entirely in control of your health journey. You do not have to be a slave to an arbitrary tracker on your wrist. Walking is one of the closest things we have to a natural fountain of youth, and it's completely free. You don't need fancy equipment, you just need to put one foot in front of the other with purpose and let your amazing body do the rest. I challenge you to take that simple next step this evening to reclaim your independence, calm your mind, and protect your vitality. Thank you so much for joining me today, and keep living your best, most vibrant life.
Thank you for your time. Subscribe for more health education. Like the video and share it to help others stay informed.